Yo, this is Yout from Triple K Band International, and you're watching Cranberry TV, where we keep it 100% juicy.
Rapid response recovery for all your heavy duty needs. We are the heavy towing and recovery specialists for breakdown of cars, trucks, buses and machinery. We offer 24-hour roadside assistance, crane service, container hauling, goods hauling, island-wide service and so much more. Rapid response recovery for all your heavy duty needs.
From within myself, I think I'm just a happy person, being honest with you. I think that happiness comes from a lot of blessings I have recognized from the Almighty, and I always try to ensure that I have a smile on my face. There are a lot of stressful times, a lot of difficult times in life generally, you know, but just my whole aura always tends to be exciting, always tends to be happy, you know. Boy, the thing is, well, my initials, well, actually I have 3 J's in my initials. It's Jeoffrey, John, Joseph. But, you know, younger days, most guys know me as Jeoffrey Joseph, particularly Benji. My original nickname growing up was Yout. That actually came from my mom. So when, you know, I link up with Triple K guys and whatever, Benji knew me as JJ, you know, Jeoffrey Joseph. And he just mixed the Yout with it. So he was like, JJ Yout. And that was it. From the time he dropped that once in a jam, then Tazi picked it up, and then everybody picked it up. Then I was like, girl, that's the buzz, JJ Yout, and that's the stick for me. Honestly, I believe it is actually something within my own nature, you know. Probably it came from my father's side, because my father's side has a whole musical background, you know. Mama Joseph is my auntie, Simeon Joseph is my uncle. You know, my father, Jefferson Joseph, was part of numerous choirs and stuff like that. And my mom herself was part of a choir and stuff. So music has always been a part of my life growing up, you know. And I recall stories from my mom telling me that I used to take any and everything I could find to beat a drum. You know, that was the first thing I wanted to do. I could beat and beat and beat. And, you know, when she decided, well, I need to harness that talent, you know, I need to really bring it to fruition. So she, at the time, wanted me to learn an instrument. So I was like, she was like, which instrument should I learn, you know, whatever. What was I interested in? At the time, I couldn't figure out, because I was very young. I was like 7 years or something like that. I really couldn't figure out what instrument attracted me. I just knew I just loved music. So she took me to get formal training in music. And she took me to Mrs. Later, and Mrs. Later was like, sure, no problem. You know, she'll take me in. So at about 7, going on 8 years, I started formal musical classes at Mrs. Later's school, learning to play the piano. And within 1 year, what should have taken about 3 years to accomplish, I accomplished it in 1 year. You know, so I think it was just the whole excitement and the drive and the passion that I had for music generally. It just led me to just learn. And I stayed with the music school at Mrs. Later for a couple of years, you know, just growing my knowledge and stuff like that about the theory of music. Then my inspiration for that Bouyon music thing, honestly, took me by surprise when I heard in 1993, Conchel by WCK. When I heard that thing, when I heard that song, something inside of me started boiling. I was like, I need to be a part of that kind of music, you know what I mean? Because you go to music school, you learn the classical, you learn the classic theory of music, but you don't learn that style, which is our own homegrown style of music, you know. And that was just in me, and I was like, hey, I need to be a part of that. Lo and behold, WCK, actually, the bass player in WCK, Keith Goddard, is my first cousin. So, you know, it even brought me closer into that realm of music. And then just vibing with the guys, you know, off and on, trying to see if I can link up with the guys from WCK and things, just to be a part of the music scene. and then meeting with my own peers at the time who went to, who also have had formal musical training. That's guys like Oliver Severin, who's now in Canada. You know, and we started vibing, coming at home and just doing stuff. And then even guys in my own community that I'm playing with right now, we started our own little band. At first it was called Jan's Band. the name of the band was Juveniles at Near Stardom. That's how we came up with the acronym Jan's Band. Juveniles at Near Stardom, you know. Because we just had that vision that we want to play that kind of music and be successful at it, you know, and that we were very young at the time. So really the music thing for me was a summer thing at the time, you know, weekends and stuff. Actually, one of our competing bands in that sphere was Ruthless Band, of which Benji was a member of, you know, so it was very interesting to know that we were competing at the time, you know, back in the day. And even at that time, that's when the Good Old School Band was kicking off. And Kendall was a major part of it. Anwar, who is in Signal Band right now, was also a major part of Good Old School Band, you know. So all these young bands were raising up at the time and doing what they had to do and vibing, you know. And it came to a point where we started growing, both in age and in experience. And what happened was the other bands around at the time, well, first of all, Partners in Crime, with Maurice Isles and so on, and then Raw Rhythm, who had Rohan Williams from First Serenade fame and Derek Peters from WCK. They had their bands, but they were going through some little issues with, you know, membership and musicians and stuff. And we filled in the gaps. So most of the members from Juvenile's band at the time filled in the gaps there. So that's what really got me into my first international stage of music, playing, you know, and touring with these guys, with Partners in Crime, with Raw Rhythm and so on. And we toured extensively in the US, the Caribbean and stuff like that. So it gave me a whole new appreciation for music at the time and the music business. And it gave me a new appreciation for what it takes to be successful in the industry, you know. And then I think there was a greater calling, you know, for my expression of my music. And lo and behold, I got a request from the former bass player of Triple K, that's Gav Jemot. And he told me, yo, you know, we need a rhythm keyboardist. You want to come on? I was like, I was in Rhythm at the time. I was like, all right, I'll come. You know, and I just started. And then when I came in, it just all started blowing up from there. And, you know, Triple K just was at that point where they were really rising head into the top. And what's it? Right now, I'm in the band 16 years now. I'm feeling old, but 16 years later, that's where we are right now, you know. Without a doubt, I must say it has been WCK. The entire band, WCK. Because at some point, I even think I was going like a crazy over WCK, being honest with you. I would wake up in the mornings thinking about WCK for whatever reason. You know, just getting excited about. I used to cry if there was WCK playing somewhere and I asked my mother to go and my mother tell me I can't go. Literally cry. And then most of the time I would go to the events. Yes, I would go to enjoy myself or whatever, but the intention of my attendance at these jams was really just to observe the guys. I'd go to events literally and just stand up and just maybe watch Cornell whole night or watch you know, Ra, because Ra's antics to me is what that created that genre. His own antics, you know, I mean, the musical style, the patterns, everything from Cornell and Keith and Pelham and all the other guys. Yes, that all worked. But I think his own unique style, the little things that he does, the little things that he says, the way that he says them, that I think is what really created that difference for the genre of Bouyon music. And it really played into my whole being, you know. To the point where at some point, when we were transitioning, if you want to call it that, from Juvenile's band, we started calling ourselves the New CK because we were so really. Imagine we used to take WCK lives and we used them to the point where if during the WCK live one of the members would have made a mistake, our own performance would capture that same mistake and play it, you know. Just because we were, I would, for one for better, would copy in exactly what WCK was doing. That was the kind of influence the band had on us, you know what I mean? And it really molded us in a sort of way, you know, to what we are creating right now. And it honestly, at times when I look at Cornell right now being a part of our enterprise. You know, it's almost like a surreal moment, you know, to think that this was a guy that I saw as Michael Jackson, you know. If I would see Cornell on the road, Cornell boy, you know. Cornell would come to jams and I would watch little rubbers on his hand and try and count it. God, you're 7, 8, what the? You know, that was my star, you know. And you know, all these guys, Smokey and all these guys, I would look at these guys, just the way they stand, their posture, the harmonies that they would be using and stuff like that. And it was just a real great influence, you know. And then I mean, as you grow older, you know, other musical genres kind of play onto you, and you start to get a little more, you know, you open your mind more to different styles and stuff like that. So, you know, there's a whole mix of what influenced me, but my greatest inspiration, being honest with you, was WCP.
Triple Star Sound, your one-stop shop for professional and reliable audio-visual solutions. Our cutting-edge production services will surpass your expectations to your next event. Be it your next wedding, concert, festival, backyard party, community and corporate event. With our top-of-the-line large inventory of JBL Pro Audio, LED walls, HD and 4K projectors, lighting, fog machines, DJ screens and stages will make your next event the talk of the town. We also offer on-site technical services including sound engineering, mixing and stage management. All you have to do is contact Triple Star Sound for your next event. Telephone number 347-699-6370 or email us at triplestarsound@gmail.com. Triple Star Sound, where quality meets quantity.
The part I love about it the most is how it makes me feel. Playing music, whether it's at practice, whether it's at my home, whether it's on a stage, the feeling that I get from it, me personally, within myself, is what really makes me happy, because music really takes me to a different place. If I am, you know, I mean, life is life, you know, life has its own stress and it's whatever. You have certain things to deal with. There's always that moment when I feel the music inside of me, and it just brings that sense of euphoria, that sense of excitement, that sense of satisfaction that I feel like, yes, this is what I just love it. Other times, you know, like my wife would tell me, so long all you in the studio and all you practicing. I tell her, yeah, because hours will pass, hours upon hours, sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning, we're inside there, none of us not feeling hungry or tired. We're just inside there, we're just zoning, man, you know, and that is the feeling you get, you're just excited. The best part about music, for me, honestly, is the sense of happiness it brings to me as an individual, being honest. Well, at my age now, what kind of grinds my gears about music or being an active musician is the 3 a.m. performances. When I have to wake up from my bed at 1 a.m. to get ready to go and play for 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, sometimes when you open your eyes at 1 o'clock, you know, that's when the sleep at its sweetest. You know what I mean? Everything nice, your body relax and everything. And then here goes your alarm at 1 o'clock in the morning. And you check it like, where? And that's why most times at that point, I will probably send a message to our road manager, who most likely will be in the event at the time, and say, hey, how they looking there? Because it's like, you feeling, boy, do you really have to go? You know, the sleep. And I think it's just a matter of, you know, the level of you growing up and stuff like that. And if you have to look at musicians generally, you'll find that their performance times over the years, just generally in the entertainment industry, as they grow older, their performance times get earlier. Right. And my personal song, I think, is really an eclectic mix of the different styles of music that I like. You know, I really like the slower, groovier, Bouyon soca kind of music. That's really my preference per se. And also some of the, you know, the zouk influences, the compa influences, the Canada's influences, the old school soca, you know, and those kind of things there. So I think the influences have molded my sound. In terms of within the industry itself, I don't think there's anything I would really change per se in the music industry. A lot of people saying about lyrical content and whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, that is their opinion about it. Me personally think that there's a market for everything. You understand? There's a market that will absorb anything. And for Triple K to be here 21 years later from inception, it means that there is a market for what we have been doing. You understand? Does it sit well with everybody around the world? No, it doesn't. Does any artistic expression sit well with everybody around the world? It doesn't, you know? So it's just a matter of us being true to ourselves, you know? And that is one thing I always say to the guys. Yes, we have to think about the commercialization of our music and stuff like that. That is an important aspect of it because that's where you're going to make money. But we also have to do something that is true to ourselves, you know? And also there's within the industry, some people say, oh, it's infighting and stuff. I don't think it's infighting. I think it's healthy competition, you know? Because in any industry, and a lot of people, because they're not so intertwined in the other genres, they don't know about the different, if you want to call it beef, or, you know, musical wars that's taking place within the other genres. But we've studied it, and it's nothing different. So you have varying opinions from different entities within the industry, and obviously they're going to push their agenda, we're going to push our agenda. At the end of the day, there's no serious deep animosity. So within the industry, it's all good, you know. My thing about probably what I want to see happen outside the industry is the overly critical experts. You know, I think that's what I would like to call them. You know, they're overly critical, and opinions are fine, right? Opinions are fine, but when you try to state an opinion as gospel or as right, you cannot state your opinion as a fact. In entertainment, in arts in particular, a lot of it is opinionated. You understand? But a lot of what they're saying cannot be substantiated with facts. We have been doing a lot of research. Though you may not accept the way that we have been doing what we have been doing, it is all well planned and well thought of. You understand? So, but I think at the end of the day, what I would just love to see is the opinions, though negative or whatever, is there, but you let that opinion be contained within our own sphere, and don't push it out there into other genres that are already trying to compete with us. At the end of the day, you're making the battle super difficult for us, because what's going to happen is they're going to say, oh, see, those people themselves don't even like their thing, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what happens or which band or which artist gets it out there. The aim and the focus is to get our Dominican style of music out there. Everyone is excited about the progress that Dada manufacturer has been having over the years, and we are all ecstatic about it. Dada himself, in his own musical career, grew up in the same timeline and time frame with Triple K. So obviously we are super excited. He used to produce for Triple K. So it's not nothing about we don't enjoy what he's doing and happy about it. I will just state here from my own personal viewpoint that I think the labeling of the music should have just been forcefully brought to the persons or to the artists who have been singing on it, that music is Bouyon music. And we have been longing for all these international artists to come onto the genre and give it that boost that it needs, you know? And when you hear of Marshall Montano, the king of soca music, Skinny Fabulous, Iowa George, Bunji Garlin, and all these other artists performing on your homegrown music, Bouyon music, you're excited because at that point you're saying, yes, that genre is going to leap. And then you're looking at what it's labeled as and you're seeing it's soca music. And then you're realizing right now that you have that battle to face. You have that battle to try to force to people, to let them know, okay, well, yes, it labeled as a soca, you know, but really he's a Bouyon. And then they can be like, well, we don't know about that. He's soca. Because we don't know what this Bouyon. So Marshall Montano sing a soca. Because look it there, it written is a soca that there. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, it keeps going and going and going and that. At times it makes you wonder like what you're really fighting for. Should I now be saying that the music that I'm producing is soca music and just forget about the whole Bouyon concept and the whole idea of it? You know? Or even if the labeling was probably done as soca Bouyon. But include in the whole labeling and the registration of the song as a Bouyon, you know, because Bouyon is what really is the base of that song. And it's just a little disheartening to know that, you know, you've been fighting that battle, and for want of a better word, it is now almost being lost. And a lot of people saying, oh, look, Marshall going and take the Bouyon, whatever. We have no problem with Marshall singing Bouyon music. If tomorrow Marshall releases a song, Bouyon, a hardcore Bouyon, Marshall singing a Bouyon, we on top of the world. But kudos to all those who have been pushing the music and making the music be what it is right now. And the fact that Marshall and all these artists can gravitate towards the Bouyon style of music makes you know that that genre is a genre that is here, that is strong, that is powerful, and that genre will go places. Just imagine a 20-year-old young guy on tour and girls, you check it, oh my God, this thing is crazy. You know, but one of the most interesting moments that we had was actually a performance we did in Germany. And when the performance was on in a park, almost something like People's Park, but a lot bigger, but that same kind of setting in Germany. And just imagine, Bouyon music is, well, at the time it really wasn't known in those parts, but the infectiousness of the genre, of the style of music got people in a frenzy, you know. So we finished performing and, you know, Kendall, all the guys, we there. In our minds, we're like, oh, these are white people. We're just gonna pack our keyboards, get back into our bus and go back to the hotel. And then we finished packing and we are screaming and we're like, what's really going on out there now? Because there was an artist area. And then girls come in, they wanted to sign their hat. Then one come in and just pull on her shirt and check in. I was like, hello. At that moment I was like, no, I'm a rock star. You know, it's just a whole excitement, you know. Yeah, and one of the other crazy moments that we well, for me, was it just exposed the impact, the physical impact that so much performing, lack of sleep, probably not the best, you know, diet at the time, just because of our, you know, our lack of time on our hands to be able to do those things. And there was one particular weekend, I think we did about 6 events in 3 days. 3 days, about 6 events. And our last event was actually at Harlem Plaza. I was performing, and so I'm there playing. It was about like, I don't know, whatever time in the morning. And I did, man. I did not just fall asleep. While I'm playing, I did, and I check it, yeah. And I just literally fall asleep. Now, I guess my reflex part of my brain, the subconscious part, kept on playing the chords of the song. But I actually literally physically fell asleep. You know? And I was just there, and I was gone, I was dreaming, all kind of thing. And then apparently the song changed, but my subconscious didn't change the song. So I did, man. And boy, next thing, Kendall coming across and me checking, what you doing there? Then like he wake me up, like he touched me, so then I get up and I watching him and I checking what happened. I'm telling you, boy, we 2 verses into another song and he's still playing the old song. You know? I checking. I say, boss, I just fall asleep there, knock out as well on the stage while playing. You know? Wow. Well, my life is an open book. My life is an open book on Facebook. All right. My number is spread all around the world. Every and anybody has my number because that's actually the contact number for the band. So anybody could reach me if they want to ask me anything personal, or if they want to ask me anything about the band or reach the band or get information about Triple K and its music or what we're doing. You could reach me on 1767-614-3492. Or you want to follow me on Facebook, you could do that. Just look for Jeoffrey Joseph. Jeoffrey Joseph on Facebook. It's wide open. You don't have to be my friend for you to see what I'm posting. It's just there. You know what I mean? So it's just open. You'll be able to contact me, send me a message on Facebook Messenger. So you could send messages to the band's Instagram page. It's Triple K Band on Instagram, or the band's Facebook page at Triple K International on Facebook. You know, and I would also encourage you folks to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's Triple K Band on YouTube, and you can get all the lovely videos, and I'm certain this particular video will also be on there. You understand? So that's anything Triple K. Log on, like it, subscribe, just stay tuned, connect with us, give us your honest opinion. You know, I'm not telling you to go on a Facebook rant and, oh, Triple K, but if you have a genuine concern for the band, our numbers and our contacts are readily available. The same information you feel that you need to make public, you could send it to us privately, we could have a conversation, and you could assist us in ensuring that your band reaches to that other level. You understand? So I would like to thank you all for supporting us, Triple K Band, and supporting Jeoffrey Joseph, my family, my mother, who from day one and up to today, come and tell Martha Wilson anything about Triple K for you to know what time it is. You know what I mean? So my father, the rest of my family, my wife, who has been my right hand, my left hand, front and back, ensuring that we are able as a family to do all what it takes to ensure that Triple K and me individually is successful. I just want to thank everybody for doing this, and thank you, Cranberry, for this opportunity to share and express myself, my opinions, and my responses to certain things through your channel.